I need you to stop what you're doing right now and listen to me. I have a very important message. Frank, I'm talking to you. Bob.
Oh, Frank, listen up.
Tilly. Are people named Tilly anymore?
No, that was from the 90s.
Sharon?
3 people.
All yous out there. Number 1, thank you for checking out the podcast. Number 2, if you want to help support this show, keep the show running. We're just independent over here. We're just 3 dudes and an owl and a judge. We're trying to make you laugh on Monday mornings. Head over to spitballerspod.com. Learn how you can support this show and get a bunch of cool perks like access to the Spit Tank where we prioritize questions for this show, get access to the show early. Just head over to spitballerspod.com.
What happens when 3 buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A skidity-doo-bop-a-dingity-doo-bop-a-dingy.
Yes. Okay, so here's I want to give a review there because I actually think that was a great scat. Like you came in hot. You still got the badingy in there, which is your trademark at this point. But it wasn't just a badingy. That was just a solid scat. I'm very impressed.
I changed my direction at the last second too. For what it's worth, I did not have any of that prepared in my mind. I was gonna do a little potato, tomato joke with what we've got going on today's show.
But instead, you're like, I'm going to take the path more traveled.
The badingy is the exclamation point on a newly created sentence. But you need to, I want to really...
How do we not have a shirt, a badingy shirt?
I would have...
Seriously.
I would have...
just Andy shouting, badingy!
I never would have brought it today, but you guys said it 400 times before the show, and I just felt like... I would let you down.
No, but the world needs to know. How do you feel? Because it was fully organic. This wasn't like a bunch of writers in a room with a sitcom where like this character has to have a trademark. They got to have a catchphrase. But you created your own, and your catchphrase is in fact badingy.
How does that make you feel?
How do you feel about that?
In the grand scheme of life, pretty bad. But in the context of this show alone, really good. It's all relative.
Man.
Like on this show, I'm feeling pretty cozy with the badingy. Welcome into the Spitballers Podcast.
That's the first time that phrase has ever been
uttered
in the
by
world.
a human being in the history of the world.
We've done it.
It feels great. Would you rather? Jason explains. That's a great question. And a draft today. Jason just found out that he's doing a Jason Explains today.
Yes, I did. And congratulations to the listeners. They're going to learn a lot.
I was going to say, it really doesn't matter if you're surprised by the fact that segment exists because you'll be surprised by the topic regardless. So
not really, Andy. I have studied at length nearly every possible outcome. It's like a Jeopardy. Someone that goes on Jeopardy. They spend a lot of time studying every possible topic category. I'm prepped. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, because you've seen the studies.
Exactly, Mike.
I saw that bouncing around this week on Twitter. The old I've seen the studies to sound smart comment. At SpitballersPod on Twitter, send us your draft ideas, send us your would you rather questions, whatever segment ideas you have. Al Borland would love to hear them. Al, what is your Twitter handle? I think that's really where I would like them to connect with ideas. What is your handle?
At Producer Borland.
That's easy. That's easy. You'll see him pop up. He looks like an owl. And the website, spitballerspod.com. You can click the Become a Spitwad button, support the show.
A big thank you to all of our Spitwads out there. The community is growing and is awesome. You guys are great. We appreciate you.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
Badingy.
I was actually doing a spittoon, but I guess badingy is kind of the sound that a spittoon makes anyways.
It is
the sound my
show.
spittoon would make.
It is.
If I was spitting.
Man, that's meta. What just happened?
Ridiculous. All right, let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
All right, our first question comes in from Jared on Patreon, one of our Spitwad supporters. And by the way, today's draft is disgusting. Let me just say that.
Oh, it's awesome. I genuinely thought this was awesome.
Oh.
This is a great draft. I can't wait for it.
I'm just
I
not
feel
happy
like
to have the first pick in this draft. Like, it's
There's
just
some
like,
reverse psychology going on from Jason, and I don't like it.
yeah.
Oh, just
I'm tilting.
yeah.
All right, Jared wants to know, would you rather know how to play one song on every instrument or know how to play every song on one instrument?
Okay, a jack of all trades or a master of one.
I feel a little bad that I'm just kind of indifferent on this question.
What?
How could you be indifferent
How
about?
could this is 100. Like, I don't even have to think.
I mean,
about
it would be
this.
every song on one instrument. That would be my answer.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Mike here.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I heard you wrong because I was reading it at the exact same time. Yes, it's every song
Yes.
on one instrument.
So that
I'm
way
not
I
with Mike here.
That way I could take, like, I want to be the guy on the piano or the guy on the guitar that can take requests and play every single song that everybody ever asks. I mean, that would be cool. But the fact that the other one feels like a parlor trick. It's like, now watch me play
And
something
that's
on this.
100% what it is. And now I can't. I'm not claiming I can play like a Beethoven symphony on every instrument, but when you learn how to play just a couple instruments and you understand how music works, you can play like hot crust buns. I can play that on any instrument you give me. I'll be able to figure out how to play one song. It doesn't make it good. I mean, like, I can make the instrument do something, but to be a master of
Yes.
one instrument is like, that is everything. You will go from a guitar player to a maestro. You get that title, maestro.
Plus, you if you're in the other boat, and I'll let Jason weigh in, but if you're in the other boat,
Here comes chopsticks.
you finish the one, even if it's a good song, if you play it well, then somebody goes, give me another, and you go, ooh,
and it's just one. What if it's
I
like
got nothing else.
What if it's just like "Call Me Maybe" or like some terrible one-hit wonder pop song? You're like,
Chumbawamba.
give me a bassoon.
Look,
Here comes more Carly Rae
Call me
Jepsen.
maybe.
you have this so wrong.
Can you fix this? Correct us.
You have this so wrong. First of all, we're not playing hot cross buns, but sure, it's just a regular song, right? I'm not a master.
Give
It's
me
a
the
regular
song. Give me the song.
More Than Words by Extreme. Okay.
Okay.
I picked that because that's the only song that I know how to play on the guitar. I can
You'd
play.
be super jazzed. You could do that on a flute.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I don't want my career to be as a pianist or as a guitar player. Mike, you're a musician. You grew up wanting to be, on a stage.
Yeah, and look at me now.
Which
We-
makes me feel
we
good
both
about
wanted
my
to be on
choice, by the way, that the
wanted to-
musician agrees with me.
Be on a stage, but you wanted to be in a band, right? Like,
Right.
you want to be a rock star. And so, yeah, being a master of one thing has purpose there. But I think what you just talked about a minute ago as musician, I have no musical ability, instrument ability at all outside of More Than Words by Extreme on a guitar. And really, it's only a single part of it.
That's still fine. That's still pretty good.
But the knowledge of many instruments to me is far more exciting because this isn't something I want to have be a career or even a desire to be like a super hobby of mine. But I think being able to pick up any instrument in the world and play a song would impress everyone. I'm all about the parlor trick life. Give me
Now, I
I
got to
can
follow up
see
with
you.
this question.
I can see you choosing that one for
I
sure.
got to follow up with this question, Jason. How many different instruments are you finding when you go visit
Yeah,
somebody's
no,
house?
look,
this-
it's-
like, take piano and guitar out of this equation.
What are you discovering?
instruments are you seeing?
Oh, look at
is
that violin on the
big-
wall.
That is the big problem with this. Is that it's like, okay, how many? I mean, maybe a drum set. You go over. Oh, there's
Okay,
a drummer
okay,
friend.
yeah,
Maybe that
maybe.
one's out there. And then you got the bass. It's not a guitar. It's a bass.
Well, the great news is you can play More Than Words on the drums, Jason, because there's no drums, right?
I can. So now I already in real life can play More Than Words on two different instruments.
Now, maybe I read this question wrong, but I was actually reading it as you can play one song on every instrument, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the same song.
Right.
Each instrument you can play a song.
So
So
I
does that
could
make a
sit
difference to
down-
you at all? If
Okay.
every instrument you could play a different song?
It's a little bit
makes it-
different.
It
If I
makes
could
it
jump-
look, if you're at a place where there are multiple instruments and you're going from one to the next, playing different songs, That is super
That
impressive.
That could be cool for a concert if you set them all out and then you went from one song to the next song on a different instrument. You could get away with that.
But wait a minute.
People would be like, he's a master. They might think you're a maestro. If you could play 10 instruments, 10 different songs, you could be maestro.
Would you rather everyone think of you as a maestro or be a maestro but nobody knows it? I'd rather everybody think of me as maestro. I'm going to be honest.
I figured it out. Art, and this is the look. I know this is not going to land, so I'm really hoping producer Borland is in my camp. Or do you guys know the classical masterpiece Peter and the Wolf?
Not off the top of the
Yeah, I mean,
not
I've
off
heard
the
of
top
it.
of the dome.
Right.
The Bowie song?
The what?
Bowie?
No, not Bowie. Like it's you would know it if you heard it.
Well, you are right, Mike. You said this isn't going to land.
I know, but I know that. Look, here the best part is I know that two people out there listening are like, "Oh, heck yeah, I know that's
Mike
I know
must
that
be a maestro."
It's an orchestra piece, and
right.
I'm just saying, like, if you could play that one piece, but play all the individual parts, that might be pretty cool.
When I first heard this question, I knew I wanted to be able to play one song on every instrument. But walking through it, I'm lying. You have to play one instrument the best because there just aren't enough instruments. Because, like, literally, okay, I could play a whole song on a trumpet. Nobody wants to hear me play. You know what I mean? Like, a trumpet is a piece of a band and maybe a solo moment, but I don't want to listen to a whole song on a trumpet. How many instruments do you want to hear a whole song on one instrument? Here's what I got.
A violin, a piano.
See, I don't know if I want to hear a whole song on a violin. Maybe
violin's great.
A saxophone.
Violin is a sensational instrument.
A saxophone, but
Thank you.
If I mean, I'm not going to get
better,
out there in a
though.
tuba.
Oh man,
No, there are.
play a song like, whoa, was that more than words?
All right, we got to move on.
hold on.
Hold on, finish it. Inigo from
finale.
the website. Yeah, that's the conclusion.
It's all I ever need for you to.
I want you singing it in between. You're setting up the notes.
I take
on
a
the
breath
tuba.
from the tuba. More than words.
Would you rather be able to shoot tranquilizer darts out of your belly button, or this is quite a question here.
I'm listening.
This one's getting wild. Shoot trank darts out of your belly button,
Okay.
or have corrosive acid spit.
Now, I presume that this corrosive.
Yeah, it doesn't burn you, Jason.
Yes,
I mean, it doesn't burn your mouth, at least. If you spit it on your leg, you might hurt yourself.
Is this 100% of the time? Because if I can shoot trank darts out my belly button, I'm choosing when this happens. But
yeah, but it's not
if
happening on accident.
But I'm saying, whoops, my bad.
I am so sorry.
I
You're
was
going to wake up
bloated.
just fine.
But like, sometimes you got to spit. You know, like I'm not. I'm
and
not,
you got to be careful in this situation because you've
Right,
got acid for spit.
Yeah, can you? Maybe I'm overthinking things. Classic.
This is bad for your
Classic
dentist. This is bad for your dentist. I mean, practicality is what you got to think about here. How often have I needed a trank dart in my life? I would say 0 times so far. Now I'm still holding out hope that I need to use a trank at some point. I mean, I'm honestly thinking like I've never had a confrontation with a grizzly bear, so that's out.
All right.
I haven't been in a fight where I'd like to trank Jason, but I would like to if I was in a fight. But my acid spit seems like
more often used. You might need
It
to
could be
dissolve
negative,
something, or you might need to cut something apart that is,
I guess,
made of metal, and your spit can do it.
Okay, hold on. What happens if you're bleeding on your arm, and we all do it.
Yeah,
we all
lick
go,
it.
Up. You put the wound right in your mouth. Have you just damaged yourself further?
Yeah, you probably have.
I feel like this question needs 100% immunity. You have to be immune, your body to your body, because otherwise, you can't do that. That being said,
go ahead.
I'm going trank dart here because I do feel like the applications, they're more infrequent. You're not going to use this a lot. But when you need a trank dart,
I don't know, man. I just thought of something.
Let's say I'm out camping, right? And a wild pack of boars coming. I don't have my spear. What am I going to do? Trank darts.
No, check this out, man. Let's say, as we've done with the fantasy footballers, we got to go on a road trip. Peace out. I'm going to sleep because I'm shooting myself.
Oh, you're tranking yourself.
I'm shooting myself with the trank dart.
I would like to be able to trank myself, actually.
I would do it every night. Like, it's time for sleep. I'm out.
Do you just lay down and then shoot it straight up?
No, you shoot it right in your arm, Jason.
No, you lay on your back, you shoot it up, and you turn over, and it lands on your booty.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
That's the ticket.
Pew!
No,
your room is just littered with tranquilizer darts.
Here's the thing. Sometimes I'm thinking of like Breaking Bad. If you're a serial murderer or something, you might need to dispose of a body, but that would be really slow if it was just like...
You got to fill a bathtub up with your spit.
All right, I got rid of one of his fingers.
I need something sour, so I start salivating here.
Yeah.
Some lemon candy.
What a weird question. What a weird one. What a weird one. Final answer then. Mike is taking the trank darts. I'm taking the trank darts.
I'm taking the trank darts.
All right, Brooke, we're all just tranking each other.
Yeah, if we all have it, we're not getting much done because as soon as we see each other, blah, 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 blah.
Brooks from Patreon. Would you rather have a resting angry face or an over-the-top
I am triggered.
super cheesy grin on every photo taken of you? So all your photos are angry face, Mike, or super cheesy grin person.
Look, man, I got a resting
What
angry
makes
face.
a grin cheesy? What makes it go from a smile to a cheesy grin? What does that term mean?
So we have in the right household... Ours is different than what Jason's doing on the YouTube, which is youtube.com/spitballers if you want to see what he's doing. We have this thing called the Christmas smile. I don't know how it got its name. The lore is lost in the history of rights, but it is the biggest smile you can do. It is open. It is wide open mouth, and you are trying to yes, Jason, that is it. You're trying to show as much teeth as you possibly can. And when you see the smile, you're like, it's not like a Joker. It's not over the top Joker smile of like, well, maybe he's smiling because he's insane. It's just this person is clearly disingenuously happy in this photo right now.
Disingenuously happy.
Yes, that's what the Christmas smile is all about.
Yeah, I mean, look. This is basically saying, these are outliers in both extremes, right? On one hand, you're saying people look at you and they think you're maybe mean or unhappy or grouchy. And on the other hand, they go, whatever cheesy is, because it's relative, it would always be cheesy to whoever's viewing it. That person is probably a little bit annoying in a too chipper fake type of way. These are the preconceived judgments that you're going to give this person. But if I have to choose one of those outliers, I would rather someone think about me as like too happy.
Over the top happy.
This is just photos. I'm reading it now. This is photos. And, okay, look, this is a perfect time to bring this up because we're an open family here on the Spitballers podcast. This is in photos. I just talked about the Christmas smile. Owl Borland, in every photo I have ever seen on Facebook, is doing the Christmas smile. So, and we don't judge him negatively for it. Like
that's
he's just
true.
doing it.
We did just
judge him negatively for it, but
you're not wrong though. I do the open mouth cheesy smile in every photo ever taken
yes,
of me.
you do.
We have a friend that always does the slightly more seductive smile on accident. No matter what picture.
Is that me?
Well, you did do that as well, and it's when you tilt your head a little too
forward,
downward.
Oh man, I do
not
like it.
It's a head tilt issue, and
too much tilt.
Too much tilt.
All right,
I don't like it.
Look,
yeah, Jason's last fantasy footballers picture was a little more seductive than we wanted it to be. Then he wanted it to be.
Here's the thing. I don't have a resting angry face, right? Mike, you do. I don't. I don't know what it's like to live
Did you say
with
I
that.
do as though that was a surprise?
No, he's well aware.
I'm well aware of it. Look, okay. Which
We all got our
let
things.
Let me frame the question this way: what's more likely to get you a meeting in HR?
The resting angry face.
With a cheesy grin.
As your former boss, Mike, I can tell you it is a resting angry face because everybody thought you were so mad at them at all. He's so
People
mean.
came to me and said, "Is Mike mad at me?" And I said, "No."
I had to
No,
have
he's not.
conversations with others and with Mike about like.
Look,
I'm like, I
my
think
bad,
it's
guys. My bad.
He just looks angry.
It's just my face. It's just.
But
It's
for
just
photos,
my darn face.
I will
Let
say
me
this.
be.
I remember there was one family photo session. You know how you always get family every year you got one or two family photo sessions, and every couple of years you get like extended family in it. You get these big gatherings, yada yada yada. This is a long time ago, probably like 10 years ago. There was one family photo session where I was, look, you don't want to be around me that day. That was a bad day. It was partly because of the photos. I was an angry man. I was and it was apparent. I don't have a normal resting angry face, but in those photos, dude, I look like, I mean, it is not a photo. I would much rather look cheesy than look like how I was in those photos, which is just a super angry, mean guy in the family that's like, is the family okay? Because I look just monstrous because I'm picking I want to be cheesy and happy and over the top and people can be annoyed by
better.
me.
It's
yeah.
better.
All right. Let's go to one more. Dustin from Twitter. Would you rather always have to cook naked or go to the bathroom barefoot?
Well, this is easy.
Yeah, I don't cook enough to. Mike's would be naked all day long.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look.
I don't look. The great news, everybody. I don't need to invest in pants or underpants
or shirts
I have a confession.
or socks.
I have a confession.
We're an open family here. I just said it. Let's hear it.
I love being naked. I just love it, and it's true. And I'm telling you, when
I take it all back.
I'm just saying, like,
no,
it's
Dad's
freeing.
making pancakes again.
It's no, I'm not. Yes, no, it's. I'm just saying, like, sometimes when the kids are all asleep, and I'm just free. So now I get to cook and have a nice time. The problem is the amount of meals. Like, meals are in the daytime a lot. I'm not going to be daytime naked. That's just
outlandish.
I mean, I would want to be. Like, let's say this.
what is wrong with you?
Here's really what the confession is. When my children go off to college and grow up and they're gone, I don't know that I will ever wear clothes. I just I'm in the privacy of my own house. So
There are things that we do in life that affect others, Jason.
But here's the thing. When you don't have clothes on, you often see yourself in the mirror wearing no clothes, and you go
Wearing nothing.
and you go, huh?
That's unfortunate.
Huh?
I'm not in the best shape of my life, huh?
Well, what you don't know about this future when his kids are all moved away is his blinds are closed, the lights are off. He's naked, but it's dark. It's dark inside.
The blinds are closed, the lights are on, and I'm living my best life.
I'm not going to allow you to speak anymore about anything other than a new topic.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
Please be clothing.
Al?
All right, Jason, you have 60 seconds to explain.
Teach us. Oh, gosh.
Indoor plumbing.
Oh, this is great. I'm actually an expert at indoor plumbing.
Thank
So,
goodness.
indoor plumbing, which originally started with aqueducts and the creation of a downhill water source that could allow water to pipe upward into a home. That's where it originally started. Now, in the modern day, you have cities that have gigantic water factories that have machines that pump the water so that it's pressurized, and so indoor plumbing has allowed water to come into your home. And what it does, so the invention of the toilet, right, was a big deal because outhouses had no plumbing to them. They were just basically holes in the ground. Right. And so as soon as we got water inside, we thought, oh, you want to know what I can do in this water? I can poop and pee in it and let it carry my poop and pee away. And that was really the genesis of why indoor plumbing was necessary. That was secondary to that were showers. Here's the other thing that you need to know about indoor plumbing.
Oh, good.
Is that water pressure is based on the height of the water source. So if your water source, this is why you see water towers that are elevated when you go to old
the towers
towns.
Themselves are elevated?
Yeah. We don't have them here, but the Midwest has water towers everywhere.
Yeah, they lift the towers up.
Old-timey had now it's all
bad
pressurized
water pressure
with
in
machines.
the Midwest.
But what is important here is that the water pressure has allowed us as a race to wash our poop and pee away.
Okay.
That's
I learned.
true.
It's really everything you need to know about indoor plumbing.
Yeah, it's everything I needed to know in 60 seconds. That's for sure.
Well, the only other thing I would add, just as a tip, this isn't something you need to know, but as a tip, don't fix indoor plumbing problems yourself.
Okay.
Call a professional.
That's good advice at the end of that. Even though I feel educated enough to do it at this point, I won't attempt it. Yeah. Thanks to that caution.
Well, this is it ends up on a good note, but I had a situation with my plumbing, with my shower, where the handle started to get a little bit sketchy of like you couldn't, sometimes it didn't turn the water off, and things came to a head on Thanksgiving when the shower would not turn off.
So you just have a full running shower.
This is the shower.
That's funny.
Guess whose phone rang that day?
Al Borland.
I didn't get there yet, man. You were going to get the credit. Take it easy.
All right, carry on.
So my shower is just full blast, pumping out all my hot water. It's on Thanksgiving Day. We're supposed to be leaving for Thanksgiving lunch / dinner, whatever you want to call it. And it's Thanksgiving. What do? We had to turn the water off to the entire house. And then Al Borland got a phone call.
Could have called Jason too. He would have let you know why that's happening.
I would have stayed in the shower.
No, Jason would have told me, he'd be like, I got a great idea, Mike. You should call Jeremy.
Yes, that's what I would have said.
Do you actually turn your shower off at all, Jay, or do you let it run all the time because you take the real?
It's just on 24/7.
I turn it off at bedtime. When I go to bed, I turn it off. But when I get up, I turn it on. I get in. I mean, what happens if I have to get in a shower and it's not warm yet? You know what I mean?
It makes a lot of sense too with the being naked all the time. That's great. All right,
man. If you were nude all the time,
you could step in and out,
in and out, in and out.
It's so healthy for the environment. Let's move on.
That's a great question.
What Jason doesn't know is all of his water at his house it's a closed loop. So he's been showering in the same water for
the recycled air in the car.
You've been showering in the same water for a long time, bro.
That's not good. That is not good.
That explains the sickness.
That explains a lot. All right. That's a great question time. Tiffany from Twitter has a question for us. What is one food that you will never be able to get yourself to eat, and why? Never be able to get yourself to eat.
Two of them come to mind for me.
Are you both going to say sweet potatoes?
Oh, it's disgusting. And of course, no, because here's the thing with sweet potatoes. I do try them from time to time. Like I hated guacamole. It was the most disgusting thing I could think of. It was one of the only foods in my life where I would say, not only do I not like it, but I don't understand how others could.
I don't like people who like it.
Yeah, well, it was like, I get it. I'll taste something. I don't like this, but I get how people could like salt and vinegar chips. They're not my favorite, but I totally get how people could love
they're
it.
so good.
Exactly, and I get that. But with guacamole, it's like it looks disgusting, its texture's disgusting, it tastes disgusting. And then one day I found out guacamole is the best thing on the planet because I kept trying it over and over. Sweet potatoes could do that
Like
someday.
baseball.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You almost got me to say yes there.
I'm learning more and more about Jason from, this show and life, that if you don't like something, if it's not your thing, it's completely, you demonize it instantaneously.
Just demonic things, yes. Baseball,
No.
sweet potatoes. Yeah. So, no, but the
What
two
was
foods.
the last one, the Battlestar Galactica, where you
the
People
Versus
who-
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who people
Yeah.
and nerds?
Yeah, they're total
Battlestar
nerds.
Connect-
But Battlestar people,
Oh, they're
That's all I'm
awesome.
saying.
outstanding citizens.
Absolutely. No, you see right through me.
Baseball is the guacamole of sports.
No, baseball is the eggplant of sports.
Oh,
And
Oh,
that-
nice.
that's the
That's a
one.
great call.
that's
a
the
great
one
call.
because eggplant's texture when cooked is snot good.
It's not
It
good.
is snot good. It's disgusting. And when you bread it and put Parmesan and you put,
what do you do?
the
just like spaghetti.
it's
No.
like
No.
disgusting snot-filled spaghetti. Eggplant is disgusting, and I will never, ever like it.
I think I could not eat anchovies, to be honest with you.
That's a good one. I've never tried them, but I like the thought of it grosses me out.
Yeah. And
they're like full
beets,
fish,
beets
right?
are awful. Beets
That was-
are bad.
Well,
That was the other
Yeah.
one in my list.
Bad beets.
they're nice. They're mostly bad. What I will say about anchovies is, for the vast majority of my life, I had a very strict nothing from the ocean, two to four legs. If they got them and they're animals, I'm probably gonna eat them. But like that rules out a lot of the things from the ocean, such as like oversized insects like lobsters and crabs. I don't know if you people realize what they actually are, but you shrink those things way down and it's just a bug.
That's fair.
So it's insane that people are like, yeah, I want to eat that.
They're delicious.
But I eventually
I always
moved,
hear crickets get a bad name in terms of eating food. So maybe bugs
You know,
are
I've-
underrated.
I hear that a good fried cricket is fine. What are those cicada? The really really annoying bugs.
Yeah, I've never called
Like,
it that, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What do you call it?
A cicada. Is that what you said?
Jason, we need to go to the tape. Jason, what did I say?
You said cicada.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I
All
thought
right.
you said it with a Z. I thought you said the cicada. And I was like, ooh, that's new. Sounds delicious.
Whatever. It's a really annoying bug, but people eat them. So back to the point is, I had this rule, and then one day I was just like, I'm going for it, man. I'm trying sushi, and it was rough. I'm not gonna lie. The first time I ate sushi, the texture, everything was like I had this mental block of the second it went in my mouth. I wanted to project it out. But we got there. Sushi's it's great.
So
and now,
good.
And now like I full on eat sashimi. Like I will just pick up a raw piece of fish and I will eat it. And I will never, ever, ever eat mushrooms. Those things freaking suck. They are the worst. They taste bad.
What a
the
great
texture
question.
The
They're
texture of
rubber.
them is terrible. Everything about mushrooms, and I have given mushrooms. I've given them their fair shake. Like people love pepperoni mushroom pizza. I have tried multiple times, and I just cannot get behind it. They're the worst.
There were two foods that when I was growing up I just couldn't understand how people liked. One was guacamole. The other was mushrooms because it's literally fungus.
My man.
Every
It's-
mushroom I've ever eaten was on accident.
It tastes like rubber, and I've gotten over that.
It was not
Like,
on purpose.
I've gotten over that. I can have a cream of mushroom soup. I can have, if mushrooms are on my pizza, I'm not taking them off. I'll eat it. But they're not, like, why? Like, they're just
Why are
my-
we doing this?
No,
They're
my
just a
wife,
rubbery
she adds them
piece.
to every burger that she gets if she can. She loves mushrooms.
But why?
But she's a psychopath.
Ah, there it is. We got there.
Yeah.
All right. That was a good question, and we're going to come back to some of these topics in our draft. Alan from Patreon, what is one thing you absolutely refuse to spend a lot of money on, even though everyone around you does?
Oh my goodness, this is a fantastic question. I don't know.
I'm sure,
I don't know if
Al, have you thought about this one at all?
The first thing that came to mind, and you'll have to tell the story, but is a
no.
garbage disposal.
Well, that was
I feel so out of the loop with this story.
No, this story is that I may have brought up in mixed company that I don't think my wife has ever actually used a garbage disposal. And it was said in a tongue-in-cheek way where no matter what house we've ever been at, I am stuck. Like, you know, the trap, this is indoor plumbing. Everything's coming full circle.
You got
That's what's
a
important.
stinky drain.
You know, the drain trap will catch food in it if you don't use the disposal to cut the food up. If you just pour food into your sink, you will then have food that gets stuck in your trap.
Okay.
So it's kind of a running, it's not a joke, but I don't know
A
what
running
it is.
jab?
I
It's a
am
running
watching a
jab in-
grown man bury himself alive right now, and it's so great.
It's one of the things, 14 years happily married. It's one of those things that
3 feet,
has
4
always
feet.
been a problem is I teach her you should probably grind the food up so I don't have to dig it out instead of being able to watch TV tonight.
Oh no!
So I've had to clean the trap out like a million times. But this became a thing where her only...
Wait, no. Okay, no.
Go ahead. Ask any question you want.
Pause the story right here.
Yeah.
Define cleaning out the trap. This is like...
Yes. This is a 45-minute commitment to going under the sink, removing everything under the sink.
This is pipe removal.
This is taking the trap out, dump all the food into a bucket. Everything smells like mushrooms. And then you're in a...
My mind is exploding right now.
I've done that
Here's
at
the
least
thing.
10 times.
Here's the
Because
thing.
I've never even considered doing that.
No, I've never done it
this is why
either.
I'm much more of like Al than you think.
So
Okay, please
here's
continue.
here's
This
the
is
reason
fascinating.
why we're wondering whether or not it is, as Andy claims, the wife's inability to use the garbage disposal properly, or as the wife claims, a
Her
really
one-
bad garbage disposal.
She was scrambling and decided to blame me for not spending up on a garbage disposal.
Here's the thing. Is that
Okay, the other side.
See,
All
even
right.
if you're rich, you still have to. Even if you have the best garbage disposal, you still have to press the on button.
You
That's
do
all
have
I'm saying.
You do have to push the on button to use it. But here's the thing: the garbage disposal. Since I know everything about indoor plumbing,
Yeah, of course.
it has a very small hole that leads to the trap. You can't get big food through there. That's why when you put food in your sink, it will back up until you use the garbage disposal. It just can't get through until you use it.
Okay, math checks out.
But there
I know
are
that.
foods you're not
means-
supposed to put in there,
Sure, and maybe
right?
that's the
Like
problem.
chicken skins and fish skins. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
that
you
could get-
were also saying like you didn't use a lemon and a lime, and those are common things that you put in a garbage disposal for
listen,
freshness.
I think we all agree.
Hold
my
on,
wife
hold on.
is crazy.
I thought that lemons and rinds and stuff were supposed to go down there.
They are.
I have been told recently that is actually bad for the garbage disposal. I know it cleans the scent up, it makes a fresh kitchen, but I have heard that rinds are not proper to go down the garbage disposal.
Anyways, I've spent up, I've spent down, I've been in 4 houses, and I think that is not in the category of things that I'd be willing to spend money on, like the sink. What do they call it? The incinerator or something like that. I mean, we're talking the big boy.
Just incinerates the food
Yeah,
right there.
it'll blow it apart. You know,
I will say this in one of my houses, the kitchen, the garbage disposal, it went out, it flooded everything. It was a giant disaster. And this was, I'm sure, just like stock, whatever. Whoever built the house, they put this cheap piece of crap in there. I went out, I got myself.
You spend up?
I got a serious garbage disposal. And this thing kicks so
It's
much
so
butt,
worth
man.
It's so worth
Like,
the money.
I could have taken a human. I could have taken a full-grown man and just dropped him right in, and it would have been gone. He would have evaporated into a million pieces.
You don't
Is
need
there-
that saliva.
is there something though that like, like I feel like this is a question for one of our other employees, Papa Josh. You know, but it would be like all things. Is there something that jumps in your mind, Jay, as that you will not spend money on?
I have racked my brain here to find something I won't spend money on that other people do, and I can't think of one thing. I'm usually more the opposite. I am less of a frugal person and more of a try to get the best
More
version.
of a Wagyu man.
I'm more of a Wagyu steak type of man. Yeah,
he connected you on pronunciation.
I mean, look, if it's Wagyu,
Into
it's
the
Wagyu.
body bag.
Bougie barbecue. Bougie barbecue.
Yes, bougie Jason.
That's darn right. It's guilty as charged. I know things that you have to spend up on. We've talked about that. No cheaping out on toilet
Mike,
paper.
have you moved up to albacore tuna?
Look, I did. I moved up, and the honest truth is I moved back down.
Come on.
So there's an answer.
I moved back down. Like, I think this is the way. It's funny. I just had this conversation with my wife because she's like, we're putting the groceries in. Do you want, which one do you want? And I think
You're a chunk light man.
I think the albacore is like white meat. And
I agree.
I'm a dark meat guy. Like, it's juicier. It's got better flavor. It's not dry. I was shocked by how much I disliked the albacore compared to what I was raised on.
All
I
right.
totally know what you mean. You pay
Yes, okay.
Wait, I'm paying an
But
extra
you
dollar for
also-
the white meat?
I felt like an idiot.
I buy albacore every time. But Mike also mixes his with like a Easy Mac. So, I mean, you need...
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh,
Let's go.
Hey, it's another confession time.
Uh-oh.
And this is not my confession. In fact, I am very disappointed to confess that my wife, now every time that we have, in the last 2 months, which is twice, made SpaghettiOs, she chooses to put cottage cheese on it because of Mike's disgusting habits. So literally, she prefers SpaghettiOs with cottage cheese now. And I think we're going to get through it. I think we're going to stay. I mean, we're 15 years in.
You will, because soon you too will be adding the cottage cheese.
I threw a dollop on again the other day because I had to try it. She kept saying, I'm like, all right, I'll try it again. No way is it better. No planet is it better.
Yeah. She moved up the hierarchy. So next is tuna and easy. Look, I don't want it to be Easy Mac. It's just easier. That's why it's called Easy Mac. If I can get a properly made blue box and go tuna into the blue box, chef's kiss.
Just
Beautiful.
right into the box?
Well-
Do you eat it out of the box?
Come on. Don't do this. Don't straw man me.
All right, let's go to one more here. Hugh from the website. If you were thrown back in time 2,000 years, how would you take advantage of your modern-day knowledge?
Indoor plumbing would be immediately installed. My aqueducts would be coming downhill. My water would be raised up.
Why are these uphill aqueducts not working? That's what they said.
That
back
was their
then.
problem 2,000 years ago.
Medicine comes to mind. The
Okay,
idea of modern. I mean, I don't know. You're asking me practically to tell you
Yes, how would
Right.
you-
Here was my real answer. Like, I started to go through it like, man, I got it. And then the answer is I just die. I die because I can't Google anything. Well, I don't know what information I actually have to offer. I can't build fire. I can't make penicillin.
You didn't even know you could take your sink apart. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yeah, I can't turn on my
my
I can't
medical
turn on the
knowledge.
disposal.
My medical knowledge would help me to stop people from doing wrong things to me more than it would help me medicating myself in the right way. For like,
Okay.
like
No leeches.
no leeches or no, that ceremony where you just put
I
that
know.
blood on me is not good. Let's not do that. I'm from the future. I know that that's not going to work out.
I am not about trying to make that life better. My life 2,000 years ago, look, it sucks. Okay, I'm living in a hut, or I don't have shoes. I don't know what it's like, but it's not the comfort I live in now. So here's what I do.
Jason's concerned about
I go find
shoes.
Well, I think it's a pretty big concern if you don't have them. I go find the absolute smartest men alive on the planet, and I tell them things that I know to be true. I tell them about
A squared times
I tell
B
them that the
squared
world is round, and
Pythagorean theorem.
equals
Look,
C squared.
I got that one on
you-
lockdown.
you know what I mean? Like I tell them that the world is absolutely round, and I can prove it by mapping the stars. And all I'm doing, because I can't map the stars.
Jason,
no.
Jason just got burned at the stake as a witch.
No.
You can't prove anything.
That's my point. That's why I started by saying I'm going to go find the smartest, brightest minds in the world at that time, and I'm going to go tell them I'm smarter than them. I'm going to make them solve it for me, but I'm going to tell them here's what I know to be true.
Do you know where
I want to
any-
see if you can find it, and then I get credit in the history books for creating all of those things.
I would start digging for oil, I think, maybe, or gold. Do you guys know where any gold was found? That'd be where I'd head 2,000 years ago before somebody found it.
I don't know where gold is.
I don't know how
What are
to
you
dig.
talking-
I don't know how to dig for gold. I don't know where it's at.
San Francisco?
You'd have to
All right.
adjust your lifestyle a little bit, Jay.
Jason,
Yeah.
I'm going to test your knowledge here.
Okay.
Who figured out that we went around the sun instead of
shoot.
the sun?
Who
going,
figured that out?
No, I didn't ask you, Andy.
Galileo. I don't know. I don't know.
It was
Who?
Copernicus. It was Copernicus.
Okay. I should have.
Do you know when that was?
Shoot, was it more than 2,000 years ago? No.
No, that was 500 years ago.
Exactly.
You are not getting what you think you're getting 2,000 years ago. It took a long time.
No.
There's no science 2,000 years ago.
Yes, because
Science is I hit things with a rock and they
Do you
die.
want to buy a donkey? Was as advanced as they got.
You're crazy. You're
I am
crazy.
not.
There were
You think
great minds back then.
Is your goal though, just to put a bow on it? Is your goal then to spark the intellectuals of 2,000 years ago to give them a head start? Is that the goal?
Well, that was
you think you
Jason's
could give them
hope.
a head start?
I
So
want
we
to
could
give
get
them
credit.
I want to give them a head start, but solely for my credit. I want my name in the history. But look,
Plato,
Aristotle was taught by
Jason.
Plato, right? Aristotle was taught by Plato, and
Yeah.
Plato gets a lot of credit for what Aristotle's done. I'm going to
wanna
get credit
step
for
up-
teaching Plato, and Aristotle and Plato. They're from my coaching tree.
It's all about
Okay?
credit. It's all about your
Well,
coaching
there's
tree.
no comfort back there, so I got to get in the history books.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, maybe that's the key. You go back 2,000 years, get as many things named after you as possible.
Exactly
Discover that's new lakes. Lakes could be named after you. Monuments, that'll work. Let's draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
Oxymoronic draft today. We're
Yes.
drafting the best vegetables.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Small batch.
No, I am not kidding you.
Dude,
Vegetables
there
are abhorrent and likely to be my first choice in a meal. That being said, I'm taking potatoes as the number one pick.
Oh man, we got right into it.
Yeah. You can mash them. You can
Jason-
smash them. You can fry them. You
Jason-
can.
Jason's face says there was a glint of hope
Yes,
in his
there was.
life that potatoes would not bypass just one of us, but two of
Well,
us.
here,
Shame on you,
no,
Jason.
No, look, potatoes are the one-on-one. I mean, they're clearly
Yes.
the best vegetable. But a lot of people argue whether potatoes are vegetables. People say that potatoes aren't vegetables, which is stupid because they are. I mean, they're a root
Technically, they
vegetable.
are.
But you know, whenever you bring up like, oh, potatoes are my favorite vegetable, everyone's gonna be like, that's not a vegetable.
It's a starch.
Right. It is a starch. Also a vegetable.
Also, you have a potato field as your background on YouTube right
Yeah.
now. So
I really wanted it because I thought maybe you guys wouldn't think of it as a vegetable.
we actually
And I
talked
was-
about it before the show because I needed to clarify that they would let it be a vegetable.
Yeah, maybe if you showed up on time.
I was here on the minute. On the,
All right. Mike is on the clock. I have potatoes,
All
potatoes.
right. And I have time. I've had time to prepare it, and I still don't know what the second best
Oh, you're crazy.
vegetable is. I'm crazy.
Oh, there
Jason
are.
thinks there's a guaranteed number two.
Here's what I know. I know
All right.
that most vegetables suck, and I know that some are great. And so it's just so easy to go get those great veggies.
Well, look, the honest truth is I'm stuck between two. So maybe that boosts your confidence in my vegetable knowledge because one of these is a delightful treat. All right, so both of these are a delightful raw treat. One of them, though, I don't really like it as much cooked, which is usually it can be strange for vegetables, but I'm gonna take it. I think it's the 102. I'm gonna take. Like I gotta improve the eyesight. I gotta make my eyes better. Legend has. I was gonna
say, is that still true?
No, it's very not true. It's just what you tell the kids so that they'll eat them. But they're good. I like it. You give me some dill dip, carrots. I will take carrots as the second.
You don't
pick.
like cooked carrots.
I don't like. They're
Nobody
not my
likes
preferred
cooked.
way.
I like cooked carrots.
What?
Here's my problem with uncooked carrots. They take 45 minutes to chew on until you're done chewing.
They are baby carrots, man, or the carrot chips. You
need to like work out your jaw. You got a mandible problem.
Neither of you understand that like
No.
raw vegetables take a long time. I've been through this on this show. There are cell walls in plants that are harder to break down, and
not for these molars.
All right.
Nearly every vegetable is better raw than cooked. Not all, obviously. Your potatoes.
Potatoes are
thank you.
Green beans are better cooked. I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, look,
You're a clown
Hold
right
on.
now. You're a clown.
Spoiler.
I am only
Who's drafting
talking
green beans. Get that crap out of my face.
I am only talking about vegetables that are commonly eaten both ways, right? Like nobody eats green beans without cooking them.
Okay, I get you.
But for every vegetable that you cook or eat raw, it's always better raw. Give me some spinach.
I don't think there's a lot of vegetables that are like that.
Give me some spinach on a sandwich. It's great. You cook it and turn it into mushy.
We'll talk more about it.
All right.
Because I don't want to spoil any vegetables here.
All right.
I do. I hate vegetables.
Either one of these could have been the 101. I'm so happy right now. First of all, I'm taking the most delicious vegetable. Now, granted, potatoes turn into a delicious meal, but that's not the potato I'm eating. That's the butter and the sour cream and the cheese, things that make it great, and the oil fried. I want potatoes, but I'm going to take corn to start. Sweet corn is the best. I can have it on the cob. I can have it out of a can. I've never had bad corn.
I don't like it in a can, man. I like it on a cob.
Oh, I prefer it on a cob. I love it in a can. I mean, I can't remember ever having bad corn. I have it with Parmesan and it's salty. Oh, that's great. I have it just with butter and it's sweet. Oh, that's great. I have it, on my mashed potatoes.
Corn on a cob is great. A cob or the cob,
corn
even
is
on
great.
just
but
all right.
corn, very similar to potatoes, is not helping. What's funny about those vegetables is it's a vegetable. I totally get it, but it's not good for you.
There's no nutritional value.
It's going out the way it came in. I mean, we all know. And
it's not good for you.
It's not. That's not good, especially because we cover them all. But that's like the salad that has 600 calories worth of ranch dressing on it. I mean, we ruin our vegetables and then say that we feel good about eating them.
All right, and the other one, which I actually believe is the best vegetable. This is my genuine, I'm getting this here as the fourth one. I think this is the best vegetable. But you don't eat it by itself, usually, unless it's cooked and pearlized.
Dang it, man.
I love onions. They are so versatile.
Oh, yeah. I love
you
onions.
can eat them raw. You can cook them. You can have them, caramelized on a burger. They add so much to everything that I've ever eaten. And I know some
you guys
people
are on top of your game today. I don't like it.
We know our veggies.
I don't like it, man.
Corn and onions at the turn. This is great.
Yeah,
and I know some people
picks.
out there. The problem is onions isn't a vote getter because a lot of times people they say they don't
divisive,
like.
Yeah,
it's a device.
It's onions are divisive. I don't want.
I feel like you can contort them to at least a way that somebody likes them. You don't want them raw. You like them cooked. You don't like them caramelized. You like them diced.
I agree.
I feel
but
like
some people are like when they just see a menu item.
Okay.
They would prefer
say no onion.
Right. They'll get enchiladas, no onion.
Okay, you're right.
A burger,
you're right.
no onion. But they're
That's
stupid.
fine.
Those are stupid people.
The onions are my guacamole story. I didn't like onions in any way, shape, or form growing up, and then I go, oh wait, I should put them on everything that I eat, and that changed my life.
I'm still mostly anti-white onions.
That's okay. You'll grow up.
Dice them, put them on a hot dog.
Dice them, bro. Dice them.
Look, I know they dice them at McDonald's, and you put that crap on my McDonald's burger, and
it makes it better.
Straight in the garbage.
No way.
Hot Garbage.
You sound
McDonald's
like an
onion
idiot.
should not be what you're setting your standard for.
That is true. That's like
Oh, yeah,
I love pickles, but McDonald's pickles, they're
Yeah, McDonald's pickle.
anything.
None of those are real. They're all fabricated
They
in a
print them.
laboratory. All right, Mike. If you take a certain pick here,
Well, I don't know if I don't know if I'm taking it or not, but the other vegetable that I was in between with carrots, it's still on the board, and it's broccoli, man. I really like broccoli. Broccoli is one of those rare treats, if you could call it that, but it's
It's a
like-
rare treat.
I mean, it's a rare
It's
treat.
a common not treat. It's
It's a rare vegetable. We had the whole discussion of cooked and raw. Broccoli raw, great. Broccoli cooked, it's still good. It's great. Like, I like broccoli on everything. Broccoli and cheese soup. That's probably shout out to the cheese, but
oh yeah, broccoli covered in cheese.
That's
also
a shout
great.
out to the cheese. I love it. Yeah.
but I like broccoli. I think it's
a good
vegetable.
pick. It's a good pick. And I'm happy. I'm going to go a couple of different directions here because I'm not a big fan of the mainstream veggies. I mean, the mainstream veggies, they're trying to rule your life, and I don't need them.
I have the kid veggies right now.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going.
true.
I'm gonna throw. This one is like onions. You can't just eat it plain, but it is such a compliment, and it's garlic. I'm
Yeah, it's a
taking
great
Oh,
pick. It's on my
garlic.
list.
Garlic is so good.
Garlic is great.
yeah. So
It
garlic,
keeps vampires away.
garlic is outstanding, and
I don't remember the last time I made dinner that didn't use garlic. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
If it's a dinner, there's some garlic salt, garlic powder, garlic flavor.
Garlic something.
yeah, and I'm
All right.
getting kind of hungry now. The second pick I'm gonna take is an avocado.
No!
I'm taking the most
Dang it.
spectacular avocado.
That
A
was
food I've
An
appreciated.
avocado is a fruit.
Oh, yes. Oh, tell me. It's off the list.
It's got the seed on the inside, which would technically
A pear-shaped fruit. No!
would make it a fruit. Yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
No!
Yes! Oh, I'm so happy.
I felt the buffoon that I did not have an avocado on my list, but
it
it's
was a
because I
last
knew
second
inside.
addition. Dang it. Oh, I stand completely corrected. That makes sense. It's too good to be a vegetable. It's a good point. I
was
mean,
so sad.
It's the seeds. Like I'm telling you, I'm under the impression that scientifically, if the seeds are on the inside, it's a fruit.
no, you're right. That's true. And I didn't when I
Which
saw
is weird because the strawberry has them on the outside, but we're not going to get into that fight.
I'll be honest with you. I saw it in a list of ranked vegetables and was like, oh my gosh, how did I forget avocado?
Yeah,
And it's
avocados.
because
I had
it's a fruit, apparently.
I had it on my list. It was what I wanted the most, and I'm so thrilled that you
I'm the
can't
fool?
have it. Yeah, I wasn't an idiot. You
well,
were.
this is a humongous step down from avocado. I'm taking spinach.
Oh, gross.
Spinach is
great.
outstanding.
Spinach is fantastic.
So
yeah, if you don't cook it.
spinach is the
No, it's fine. You can cook it. It's great.
you know the story like you know how all the like kids movies when we were growing up have the character that like looks really like Home Alone has the like neighbor that looks really evil and then the kids eventually meet him and he's like a real sweetheart. That is what
Spinach.
that's what spinach is. You grow up with the stories of hating spinach. And then you go, oh, wow, spinach is like way better than most of the mixed greens that you could possibly eat. I'd rather have a salad with spinach than I would iceberg.
Yes, 100%.
So-
I'm with you.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Because
I'm
Jason was
spinach-
not.
I probably would
I
have
am
taken
not with
spinach.
you. I would never be with you on such a bad take.
No.
Spinach is fine on a sandwich. End of list.
No, spinach salads is the way to go. Now,
Plus
speaking of,
Popeye. I mean, come on.
yeah, look, all
Real
that
modern day reference.
Yeah, have you
I
had
mean, the
canned
E. coli is a
spinach
problem,
before, like
but-
Popeye? Ooh.
Speaking of a vegetable that is the neighbor from Home Alone that and I don't even know why it's set up like why did we attack this and demonize this vegetable? Because you grow up and you go, you know what's great? Brussels sprouts. They are outstanding. There are so many ways that you could prepare a Brussels sprout, and it's fantastic. I'm taking them.
Can I understand, and they've become a little bit more mainstream. I'll be honest with you. I've tried my best, man. I've given them every shot I can.
What?
I can't take them. I just don't like them. They're no good.
Oh,
So,
they are.
I know
they're
Jason likes them.
I hate to say it because you drafted it, but I do. If you cook them right, and that's the thing, you can't eat them raw, and when you cook them,
They can
you
be
cook
really
them
hard,
wrong.
like if
yes,
you cook
they can
them
be
wrong.
too
Yeah,
hard.
you know what else can be really hard? A potato.
If you don't cook it. All right, so that's
Do you
fine.
have 5 hours to cook this potato?
Yeah, no, I respect
Give me
the
the
fact
sprouts.
that people like them. I just don't like them. Jason, you have 2 final picks. You have corn and onions. So
All
far,
right.
you're a real digestive treat. Go on.
Yeah, all right. So, look, I know one of them here. I'm taking the superior leafy green. I'm just taking lettuce. Lettuce is great. You can.
I
it's-
think
it's
you have to define that.
Iceberg. Yeah, you'd have to take
a
iceberg.
head of
You're
lettuce.
taking iceberg
Well, are you
lettuce?
taking iceberg or romaine? Or what are you taking?
That's what I'm asking. You
I'd
can't
like
just
to
say
know.
lettuce.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Give him iceberg.
He doesn't
I'm
know the
not
difference.
No,
He
of
doesn't.
cour-
No.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me? I
I
love
don't
cooking.
know. You're not
I
defining them.
Dude, I'm a chef. It's not that I
I'm a
don't.
I'm a chef.
It's not that I didn't know. It's that I was trying to sneak lettuce in as a category.
It's not.
I know that, but I didn't think you'd catch me on it. I wanted both iceberg and romaine. Lettuce as just a phrase is great. I can't decide which one. I think I'm gonna go romaine because
Okay, good for you.
usually the things that you're going to use it for, romaine is far more versatile. The only thing I really like, iceberg lettuce in is when you're making like some shredded lettuce and you just want it for the crunch on
Which
a taco.
you can just use ice cubes. They're the exact same.
Sure. I'll
Same health
pivot to
benefits, too.
cabbage there.
That's all I mean. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So you're going
So
romaine lettuce.
I've got some romaine lettuce, which is great. So far I've pretty much
I'm a chef.
Yeah.
I'm
By the way, I'm a
chef.
chef.
going to start working that into new sentences, just right in the middle of them.
Casually throws out.
Just,
Look, I'm a chef.
yeah.
I'm a mechanic.
Yeah, look. I can't
I'm a doctor.
I can't fix car, but I can make you a mean meal. All right, this last one is tough. I'm going to take. Oh man, now, okay, we need a ruling on this because I'm curious.
Oh, great.
Do we consider a pickle because it's a pickled cucumber?
Nope.
No. A pickle.
Then
a
I'm
pickle-
taking a cucumber because
That's fine.
Also,
That's fine.
that's a
cucumber
fruit.
is a fruit.
A cucumber's a fruit.
oh my gosh.
Oh, get bodied.
Oh, I came in loving this draft. I leave hating it. Are you kidding me, Mr. Al Borland? I'm
but
so
you want the
It's-
technicalities.
I was going to say it if he didn't. So.
all right. Let me.
And mostly because I lost avocado. So.
Well, that's the thing. I want to fight him on it, but we already got rid of avocado, so I'm dead to rights here.
You still can go with eggplant. I know that's on your short list.
I can't believe a cucumber is not a vegetable.
A cucumber is a vegetable, but I get the scientific rules.
I mean, there's scientific
stupidity.
rules around potato. If you want cucumber, I think most people think of a cucumber as a vegetable. I'm comfortable with you having it. I'm willing to change. If you want a cucumber.
Mike?
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I'm back, baby.
I'll give it to
I'm
you.
taking a cucumber.
When I
then,
think of eating a cucumber, I certainly don't think of eating a fruit.
because
Yeah, it doesn't taste like fruit.
No.
right. It's not great. It's just okay, and that's what we're
It's
drafting
just-
is what
That is the best description of a cucumber ever. It's just there.
it's just there. Here's what a cucumber
It's
is to me.
it grows.
It's like celery. It's just
A
around.
cucumber to me is two things that I love. One, it is a chip for dip. Okay, I love a cucumber in hummus, or if I'm using this to dip something that is
Sure, when you're
know,
out of carrots and broccoli. Yeah, no, I'm there.
right, like oh no, cucumbers and hummus are way better than carrots and broccoli and hummus. You're a crazy person. Cucumbers,
No,
have-
that mushy bite.
what
Nope.
kind of garbage cucumbers you buying? And second is a pre-pickle, which you got to
It's a
give a shout out.
pre-pickle? You're giving.
Yeah,
you're trying to
cucumber
sneak
is a
pickle.
pre-pickle.
We're gonna take this fruit away from you if you keep trying to wrap in.
I'm just saying.
I don't get grapes and raisins. Come
the
on.
two best parts of a cucumber are using it basically as a fork for putting other delicious things
Okay.
on it, and it becomes a pickle.
All right, Mike, you've got a final pick to make. You've got carrots, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts.
Look, you fellas know I love a good theme, so I opened up as a little kid. I grew up. I got the Brussels sprouts, and now I will keep with that theme of half kid, half adult. I'm making sure that my pee is the stinkiest.
Oh, I love
And I will
asparagus.
take asparagus.
Wow.
Because asparagus gets a really bad rap.
Yeah,
a
it
really
does.
bad name. But
Because of its taste.
oh, God, get out of here. Asparagus
It's better
is,
than Brussels sprouts. I'll give you that.
Asparagus is actually very, very good.
I absolutely should have taken that over cucumber. I love asparagus. It's one
great.
of the. It's like my go-to meal is a steak.
I say Mr. Steak Dinner over here better be getting some asparagus.
And the best vegetable to complement a steak is asparagus. So
All right.
shame on
so
me.
Jason has corn, onions, romaine lettuce, and a cucumber. Mike has carrots, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and asparagus. I have potatoes, garlic, spinach, and a final pick here. By the way, I'm a painter. And I think I'm going to go... This is so tough. This
you
is
can't
so
say
tough.
by the way, though. You just have to. It has
just
to
have
be
to throw
thrown
it in
out
there?
in regular conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm learning.
pilot.
I'm a pilot. I'm a chef. I'm a chef. Man, this is brutal because I have two. I can just disclose. I'm trying to decide between another great hummus carrier that I really enjoy, or another
Interesting.
garlic-like compliment, and I'm worried that my
What's
vegetable
left on the carrier?
Yeah, tell
Cauliflower.
us. I love cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
yeah. Cauliflower's.
What's the other option here?
That's great.
I have a garlic-like vegetable addition, which is ginger. And I'm trying to decide between the two. But I'm going to go cauliflower based on your reaction.
Cauliflower. That's the pick.
Cauliflower is the one I'm going with. I'm a big
in
ginger
fact,
fan.
I mean, I had broccoli. I don't know how I don't go with the killer combo of the broccoli and the cauliflower, but it had to be done.
Yeah, I prefer cauliflower to broccoli with hummus. So
Yeah, but
To
cucumbers
each
are the
their own.
best.
I think we all agree avocado was the best of all of these. What's funny is you said like cucumber is, you don't think it doesn't taste like a fruit. An avocado, I don't know what an avocado tastes like. It doesn't taste like a fruit or a vegetable.
It's just its own thing.
It's its own thing,
on
man.
my own thing.
On my own thing. I'm a
The
chef.
I think the only thing on my list that did not get grabbed was, and I could be alone on here or on this one, but I like peas. I like green peas.
They're
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
It's
I
just usually mushy.
I like
split pea
green
soup.
green beans. Like the
I-
on the grill green beans are so good.
I love
Beans are the
fresh
worst.
green beans, not
Oh.
like out of a can,
Exactly.
but like the
You're not thinking
the
of them the right way,
crispy,
Mike.
Really good. We cook it up. I'm a chef, so we cook it up with
Right.
red pepper flakes and some pearl
Garlic,
onions.
some garlic on there.
And, yeah,
Of course.
of
Yeah,
course,
of course.
And they are so good. They're like one of the only vegetables my children actually enjoy.
Al Borland, do you have any great omissions?
No, I'm not a big veggie fan, but you got the ones that I tolerate the best.
Yeah, nobody's ever actually enjoyed vegetables, and that's
I think there's some healthy people out there that I would believe.
nobody
you-
drafted peppers. Can you believe that?
Yeah, because peppers are not.
see,
Also,
look,
technically a fruit.
I
but
was
know
gonna
we're
say
not
they
doing
were-
nice.
they were on
Nobody
my
drafted
list.
apples. Nobody took apples. Nobody took oranges in this draft.
would you have let me get a banana?
No.
Isn't a banana like? Isn't there like?
What did we learn today?
We learned a banana is not a vegetable.
I learned that long ago, aqueducts, they used to keep trying to get the water to run uphill on them, and they didn't realize to flip it until Jason went back 2,000 years and told them, downhill.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Jason,
You're welcome. I learned that
the chef.
Mike's plumber is Al Borland.
I like it.
Hey, to be fair, I just called him for the advice. I handled the actual action.
Oh,
He did. He said, "What do I need?" And I told him what tool to get and what part to get. And he went to the hardware store, got them both, and got it fixed.
That's
Oh,
right. I
learned something new.
I had to pull a cartridge out the wall, and it felt like I was going to rip the entire pipe out. It was insanity. It wasn't so much that I learned it, but it was just reinforced that I'm surrounded by uncultured swine who don't know what Peter and the Wolf is. They need to catch up on their symphonies and orchestral arrangements.
Can
I
you
learned
play it
that-
for me real quick so I understand?
I cannot do that for you.
Al?
Look it up. Not with this music going, man. This is a good jam. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.